Why, hello there. One of the most requested creatures to make on this channel has been the Griffin. Yeah, but I have always avoided it. It's just me and birds don't get along. I don't know what it is, but they always look a little, yeah, a little like that. However, the bird gods must have took pity on me and blessed my hands to make the most precious burb ever. But all right, before we jump in, I'd like to show you something. Roll clip.
Deep in the forest of Plushington, over the wild Yarn River, we find a small herd of young round Derbgorns. Derbgorns can't live out here forever. They all must find their forever human to be a lifelong companion with. So these small herds make their way to civilizations. And then, oh dear, they've spotted me. I think it's time for me to go. Make sure and get your derp gone before they're gone.
On the real, this little dude is only available for 14 more days. After that, he is gone for forever. So you want to look at him. You want to get him. It also helps if this does well, that means I get to do more plushes later on, and I know you guys have been wanting a hedgehog of the mossy variety. So if he does well, I'm just saying that I might be able to do that too. Okay, let's go. All right, starting with tinfoil, leftover clay from the gigantic project I just did, sculpting tools, and glass eyes. Okay, let's go. I don't know how this is gonna go, okay? You may have noticed that I don't really do birds on my YouTube channel because birds are the bane of my existence. I just can't sculpt their little tiny beak faces. They always end up like either derpy, adorable, Moana style chickens or nightmare fuel. There is no in between. So I really want a cute little sparrow thing, and we're gonna see what happens. So we're gonna turn this little lump of clay into hopefully something magical. Pray for me, please. I'm sending out the vibes. Bird. Okay, all right. First tinfoil though. Okay, you want small bird vibes. How small is it going to be? Just a comparison. This guy is still not done in this video. Oh no, you're gonna be able to hold the little guy. Small bird. We have a little base. It's time to slap some clay on there. The tiniest amount of clay. Oh my god. Okay, let's attempt to do some actual sculpting. It's so small. How am I gonna get any details? We're gonna give it a good old college try. Yes, we are. After constantly proclaiming how small he was, we finally get to make a little bit of progress on his face. My guys, look at them chubby cheeks. I think for me, the birds never look right because I can never get like the beak area correctly, but I think I did it well this time. Oh my god, we're getting somewhere. Yo, I already have cute aggression. So, he looks so cute already. I added his little beak and then I'm gonna come show you. He's so cute. He's so cute already. I just want to squash it, but that's really counterproductive. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, guys. It has been a hot minute since I had this aggressive of cute aggression. I think I literally cried at one point, I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, he's just so cute. So, I mean, look at that tiniest little lump of clay for his little feet. Oh, so small, so precious. Top tier. Look at these tiny beans. They're so small. So you remember how I said in the hedgehog video that I stole some feet and that it would be future me's problem? I stole these feet from another art doll in the works to use in this one. Now, am I still gonna have to just make more little paw pads later? Yes, but that's future me's problem. Well, future me is now current me, and now I'm really upset at past me, but I went and resculpted the little toes for this bean. And you know what? I think they're better, so the hedgehog can go fluff itself. I'm just trying to justify the fact that I had to redo it. Okay, well now it's armature time, so let's put this little bean together. Did you hear that? I only dropped one. I only dropped one, not the entire thing. I still don't know where it went though, so I mean there's that. Oh well. I only dropped one though, so whatever, it still counts.
No.
Foot. Foot. This is my interpretation of it fluttering away. Onwards to quilt batting. Oh, well. Some good snips. Good snips. As always, we begin the process of wrapping the quilt batting over and over and over and over and over again until the body is built up to my liking. Always making sure not to go too ham though, to make sure I can account for the fur later on. But like I always say, if you want chunk boy, you get chunk boy. If you want thin boy, you get thin boy, okay? We support all body shapes and sizes here. Itty bitty drumstick. And it's accurate because it's a burb. Don't comment about how that's a wing and not a leg. Drumstick. With that little drumstick's body all built up, it's time to add some fur.
Bye, have a great time.
Proof that I almost forgot to add a wire for the wings, but I remembered now, so, you know. I did it. Okay, moving on. Yay. Sewing on a good day is still always so difficult for me, so why in the world I decided to sew 4 different types of fabric for this little itty bitty boy is beyond me. But birds just happen to be so many different colors and patterns that of course it just had to be. But somehow we did it. Also, this little boy somehow ended up looking more robin-esque, which is just amusing to me because I absolutely hate robins and the songs that they sing of their people. So I could wow! With the body sewn, it's time to add fur to the face. And for once, we don't need a base coat because in this case, gray is a flattering color since all the fur I'm going to be adding atop the face is gray. So. The process is very simple. Glue, fur, repeat. Bless you. Oh my God, bless you some more. Swing. I swear there is a burb somewhere in here. So, you know, I think now it's time for a little shaping and to break out the scissors and do a little bit of a trim. So let's do that.
To the salon!
As luxurious and extremely soft as this fur is, it is an absolute nightmare to try to trim. You don't even bother trying to use pet shavers because that's just not going to work at all. And even these scissors are having such a hard time, but they're a brand new pair. But even still, we trim away until we get the shape of a delightful little chunky burb.
Hairy baby.
He's so fluffy, I'm gonna die! He's so fluffy!
This cheek is making me visibly violent.
I present the baby. Oh, look at the precious little baby. Now, we need to give this guy a little bit of more vibrant colors, you know? A burb has to be into vibrant colors. So, I go give him some vibrant colors with the airbrush. Let's do it.
I'm over here.
We start our airbrushing with the cheekums to make them a little bit more vibrant.
I can't help it. It's so beautiful.
Y'all love I know my gradients, so of course I went over everything with a little bit of darker and lighter grays to blend everything and, well, give them gradients. With the airbrush finished, it's time to paint all the little details. Starting with the beauty little adorable eyes. Look, I gave it a little white paw. Cause like cats have like one little white foot. White foot. Our mouse ears, of course, get a delightful little mouse pink. And that's totally a color, do not fact check that. Then, of course, it's on to the beans! Of course, we can't forget to make the eyes glossy. Beam of light. Wow, that is quite a difference. Beam of light again. Beam of light again. Alright, the last step is to give this little burb some wings. Let's go. Okay, I was gonna sketch out the wings, but it just seemed like a smarter idea to sketch it out on the iPad so that I can be a little bit more accurate and not guess so much. So here's the little sketch we got going on for the little wing. You see how cute? You see how cute that is? Really cute. So now I'm just going to, well, I mean, I'm still gonna sketch it out, sketch out the little feathers on all these little felt pieces that I have, and then I'm gonna glue them all together, and then hopefully we will have a little adorable wing. So let's do that. What? Hello? How did I manage to do that? Alright, y'all didn't see this. This is gonna be like the underside. Honestly, I'm impressed with myself sometimes. Look how fancy we are. Such aesthetic. Ooh, panning shot. Look at how snazzy those little wings look. Now I just need to repeat that over and over and over till they're done. Oh, and I was smart enough to airbrush a gradient on first before gluing them on. I also made sure to make all the inner feathers, and it also doubled as a way to sandwich the wire between the wing. To hide the ugly top, I used a little bit of fur, and it also doubled as blending it into the body, so a win-win. It's gonna be fun lint rolling this. You just attract all the fuzz, don't you? The last thing to add was the little tail feathers, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't go as detailed because I was already pretty losing my sanity by the end of those wings, but it still looks good. And with the last bits of fur to blend it all in are added, this little bean is all done, and we can finally look at the absolutely precious montage. So let's go!